The world's shipping map may be heading towards a major reset. The war in Iran and the fears over the closure of the Strait of Hormuz have basically exposed that hard reality. A disruption at just one maritime choke point can have ripple effects through global trade and energy supplies. Against that backdrop, Thailand has revived a major land bridge project that basically aims to create an alternative route to one of the world's busiest shipping corridors, the Malacca Strait. Let's break it down. The proposed logistics corridor will be connecting two new deep-sea ports, one in the Gulf of Thailand and the other on the Andaman coast. At its heart will be a 90-kilometer standard gauge railway capable of handling up to 20 million of cargo volume every year. Another meter gauge rail line will link the corridor to Thailand's existing railway network, while multi-lane highways and local roads will support cargo movement. The significance of the project lies in what it seeks to bypass. The strait, stretching roughly 930 kilometers, encompassing countries like Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, is one of the world's most critical maritime choke points. Connecting the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, it facilitates nearly 40% of global trade and serves as the shortest sea route between East Asia, West Asia, and Europe. The strait also carries a substantial share of the energy imports of major Asian economies. According to an internal Thai government presentation seen by Reuters reportedly, the proposed land bridge could reduce logistics costs by nearly 30% and cut transit times by up to 14 days for cargo moving between southern China and Indian Ocean ports serving South Asia and West Asia. And the Thai government estimates also reportedly suggest that feeder-to-feeder cargo movements between the Gulf of Thailand and the Andaman Sea could be around 10% cheaper and 6 days faster than the comparable routes through Singapore because of the lower congestion. Analysts, however, say the project is perhaps economically ambitious and is unlikely to compete with the Malacca Strait as a global transit route. And one of the key reasons they say that is that around 80% of the container traffic at major Malacca route ports like Singapore is just cargo waiting to transfer to other ships, not for local use as such. And experts say this deep-rooted logistical system will be very hard for other regions to copy. Experts are also saying this land bridge project could instead emerge as a smaller-scale strategic corridor and a national security asset, helping Thailand secure local energy routes and boost its Western export capabilities. A Thai government-appointed panel is reportedly reviewing the project and its previous impact assessments, and is expected to also submit its findings before the end of July itself. So Thailand may not be building a replacement for the Malacca Strait, but in an uncertain period of wars, disrupted sea routes, geopolitical uncertainty, Thailand appears to be preparing for a world that can no longer actually afford to depend on a single waterway or a single gateway for global commerce. What does love feel like to you? That iconic song by Robert Palmer called Addicted to Love, it says, you know you're going to have to face it, you're addicted to love. Whether or not you find yourself addicted to love as such, here's a question. What does love really feel like, and what happens inside your brain when a person is in love? Does it feel like an addiction? What really happens? There is evidence, thanks to brain scans, that might explain this to you, why love could feel like an addiction perhaps. Brain scans of young lovers have reportedly suggested the first phases of a romance have features overlapping with substance cravings. Researchers at Kyoto University reportedly studied the brains of 51 young men who were in the early stages of a romantic relationship. And what did they find? that seeing or expecting to see a romantic partner activated some of the same brain regions involved in reward, craving, addiction. The research reportedly suggests that in the early stages of romance, the brain basically treats a romantic partner as a uniquely rewarding person and activates neural systems involved in craving and motivation, which helps explain perhaps why falling in love could sometimes feel like a bit of an addiction. Two brain areas were especially active, basically, when participants anticipated seeing their romantic partner. The part of the brain's reward system, this may explain why people strongly want to spend time with someone they are falling in love with. Also a region linked to urges, cravings, and awareness of internal feelings. Activity in this area was associated with more intrusive thoughts about a partner. And this could maybe explain why people in early love cannot often stop thinking about that other person. Basically, the study suggests that romantic infatuation and addiction may use some of the same brain circuits, which helps explain why early love can feel intense, obsessive, or perhaps even consuming. However, the researchers are not saying that love is a substance addiction as such. The findings provide a biological explanation for common experiences like constantly thinking about someone new, feeling a strong desire to be near them, finding it difficult to focus on other things perhaps, so on and so forth. It's also important to point out here that the study only looked at young men in new heterosexual relationships. So the results may not apply equally to women, older adults, or people in different kinds of relationships. So the next time you find yourself feeling like love is feeling like an addiction, you could perhaps know that this is what might be happening inside your brain. Switching gears, China's high-speed trains already race around the country at incredible speeds. And now it seems China wants to take things a step further. It wants to take control of the next generation of railways from space, it seems. But a satellite-powered railway system also raises a major question. Can it be hacked, and is the plan foolproof? Our next report decoding this for you.
In 2011, China's high-speed rail suffered its deadliest nightmare. Two trains collided in Wenzhou after a lightning strike disrupted the signaling system, killing 40 people and injuring nearly 200. Probe revealed a lightning strike fried a trackside circuit leading to the crash. Chinese engineers have been racing to find a foolproof solution, how to safeguard the command and control systems from natural calamities. Now, China is planning a major upgrade to its high-speed rail network with a space-based control system that could transform how trains communicate, navigate, and operate. The proposed satellite-linked network would improve communication, positioning accuracy, and real-time monitoring across China's vast rail system, the world's largest high-speed rail network. Beijing hopes the technology will reduce reliance on traditional ground systems, boost efficiency, and support future autonomous trains powered by AI and advanced sensors. But the move also raises security concerns. Experts warn that satellite-connected rail controls could become targets for cyber attacks, potentially disrupting communication, operations, or one of the world's busiest transport networks. As critical infrastructure becomes increasingly digital, railways, power grids, and communication systems are emerging as key cybersecurity battlegrounds. The move also reflects a wider global race to combine space technology, artificial intelligence, and infrastructure. Countries are looking at smarter transport systems, but the more connected they become, the bigger the challenge of protecting them.